Good morning, spacemen. Welcome to Space Operations Delta. My name is Captain Collins, and welcome back to version 5.1, Beta 1. It's not even a few weeks ago that we are started with Tides of Avarice, and we are already going to advance into 5.1. We're going to talk about the new additions, improvements, and fixes today. And I will be doing like always, and I will only talk about the most important stuff. The rest you can find in the changelog. The link is in the description down below. Before we start with that, a very quick thank you so much for using not only the Amazon links, but also being a Patreon, coming into the Twitch stream. By the way, we're streaming on twitch.tv/CaptainCollins, and dropping a Prime subscription, or if it's only a follow there. Thank you so much. Everything is so much appreciated. And thanks for the massive support throughout the Tides of Avarice launch. That was amazing. And now let's go on with 5.1. First thing that they changed, added option to choose which ship to transfer to Mr. Dagobas Lahubasis Eurilos 3 in Mission Scrapyard Salvage of Avarice story. You know where you fly out with a person to grab a new ship for Mr. Dagobas Lahubasis Eurilos 3. Now you can choose which ship you want to give him. Next one, added Protection Shield Generator to Logical Station Overview, so that you know how much Protection do you need for the shield generator to be able to work. The next one is a rather small addition, added Station Type Icons to Station HUD Elements. That means you will see which type of station you are facing. Not only that it is a station, but also is it a production station, a defensive station, a trading station, or a wharf or shipyard. Next one, especially good when you're using a larger UI like I do, added automatic mouse over tooltips for truncated text. So whenever you see 3 dots and you mouse over on it, then you will see the full name as a tooltip. Then they added target elements for vaults and landmarks. And next one, added where reservation information to station cargo display. You know that when on your map you click on a station and you get the wheres at the lower corner. Now you will also see with a green and a orange bar what will be added and what will be decreasing in the next few minutes. One very cool thing, they added the option to use shift and control modifiers together for keyboard input. Now you can do things like, for example, you do Shift 2, go into the short range scanner, and then you go Control Shift 2 for scanning a target. That way you do not need to move your fingers too far, because you can only go Shift 2 and then Control Shift 2 and you're scanning the target. And then you go Shift 2 again and you're out of the mode. This is going really fast. One thing that I really like is they removed the asteroids from the next target list. You do not want to go through your target list because you only want to have the things that you really care about, and you do not want to have asteroid. No, they are not in that list anymore, so you can go page up, page down, and you will only get the valuable targets. And now we moved already into the improvements. First thing, improved playership starting weapon in Spear of the Patriarch game start. Good, now you have a better weapon. You have some improvements in the Taladi missions, you have some improvements in the Avarice missions, you have some improvements with Bozo task calls, you have some other mission improvements that I will not go over. One thing that should reduce your time flying around without knowing what to do is improved visibility of long-range scan ping of Earl King vaults. If that's already a spoiler, I'm sorry. If you are already at that point, you know what to do. One very good thing, I hope it works, improved aiming of weapons against certain targets such as cog stations, mass traffic, new ships, and other structures. That could lead to hitting more targets, but also get hit more. One thing that I'm really interested in is improved combat movement of fighters attacking other fighters when the player is around. Especially with the Vigor Syndicate, we have a massive amount of fighters now in systems flying around, like for example in the Windfall systems. And to see your fighters, or also the other fighters, flying and fighting better, that will definitely improve the game. I'm really interested in that. And then they got some improvements of layouts and inputs and informations and stuff. Just go through the list, you will see what I mean. Most of the changelog are fixes, but that's also the least that I talk about. A lot of fixes are targeting missions, especially the average missions, of course. The people get to play these missions and see some bugs here and there, so these are being fixed. But we have one thing that's interesting. Fixed some instances where ships that are otherwise able to trade are unable to do looped trades. So looping your trades should now work, or should at least work better. One good thing, and I hope it works, fixed ships sometimes fleeing towards their attacker, even though not fleeing towards highway, gate, or station. So fleeing should be fleeing. If there is a gate or a station or something next to the ship, you should go into that direction, away from the attacker. One thing that just recently had some importance for me is fixed match target speed and map pen rotate toggle not working as toggle once any control was remapped. That was a thing in an XML file where I tried to change it manually. I put a text in there, and that should not be necessary anymore. And I have actually match target speed on my joystick because it is really good when you are trying to fly with another ship while you're trying to scan that ship, or you're doing other pirate operations, for example. And one thing that I'm really sad about, but it had to be fixed. Fixed off-center collision issues with she. I guess the laser turrets will now hit me. I like to abuse that feature, but I see that this is not the way how it should be. Like with every other fixes that are introduced now in 5.1 beta 1. I don't know where the 5.1 version is heading to. I have no idea what the goal is with 5.1. It could be that at the end we're looking at the so-called multiverse online seasons. I don't know. That could be the case. Don't ask me where 5.1 is going to, what they are trying to add in here, if it's just simply to make the game better. We will see in the future. That was the first video, and we will definitely cover all the other betas. Have fun. I'm out. Captain Collins. See you next time.